It's Rick. It's 7 o'clock here in Seattle, so I'm doing a test run on a painting right now. This is a big one, 18 by 24. Uh, the I usually do them on 16 by 20s, but I'm practicing because I got a couple paintings I'm going to be doing on this size for Ellie with neon colors. So I'm going to use some neon colors on this. And I'm going to use this maybe as like a template. Like I'll paint this and then show Ellie and then see if what she likes about it and what she wants changed on her painting. But I'm going to kind of do it like I did the original. I did an original small uh, 14 by 14 fluorescent colors, and I'm going to do that right now. I'm debating whether to use a put an underpaint down. You can see what I mean about the light getting through off the mirror. See, you can see the crossbar in there. Same thing happens when you're out in the sun. It If you don't put anything on the back, sunlight gets through. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have I'm going to keep the mountain down low, like down in here, and I'll have yellow, pink, blue, purple sky, some big booming clouds today. I think I'm going to try and make them go around in circles. Since this is going to be more of like it's not going to be like a realistic painting. It'll look realistic, but I'm going to put, I can almost lay it out. There's a little like color on this brush, and it's leaving some marks in there. So I have a mountain there. Maybe I'll bring a river from way back behind this hill here. I have a hill here with some trees up here, and then a river coming down. I have some bushes here so I can put, some big trees here, and I'll put some bushes here and have some smaller trees here. It's just going to be a quick painting. I'm only going to work on it for under an hour, so I want to be done by 8 o'clock. So this is fluorescent yellow. We'll just put some yellow down here around the mountain. I should have put a like a undercoat, but I'll brighten it up. I'll brighten it up a little more once it dries, but we'll put the pink in next, right above it. I'm gonna light the sky on fire is what's gonna happen here. These aren't usually the colors I use. I use these colors more for abstract art. I'm trying to get a little orange in here if I can by blending those. And then I got some fluorescent blue here. Put some blue up here, and then I'll mix some purple in there. it's gonna all be about the clouds on this one. I'm gonna put some big clouds in here because I got the mountain down pretty low, so I'll have to really put some cool clouds over the sky. So it looks like there's a lot of things going on in the sky. But using these are neon colors, so you can see the viscosity kind of runs low. I did put a little white in each color, but it still has a hard time covering over a white canvas. So I think when I do these, the ones I'm going to sell, I have to put like a gray undertone on them. So it'll help the colors look better as well, having a darker color underneath. I'll let this dry and then I'll add more color to it. Let's do the mountain. The mountain I'm going to use, I'm going to mix my own gray. Black and white. Let's do this mountain here. The landscape starts taking shape once you get this mountain put in back there. I started working on my graph today. I'm trying to design this. It's a piece of plastic you put up here, and it has grid lines on it to show the terrain. It gives you it helps you design. It's pretty cool. Let me run, I want to run this mountain coming down like this a little bit. So it looks like it's closer here, and then it's kind of running off into the distance over here, just like that. That's all you got to do. Then I'll just put my hill a little lower here. That looks pretty good. We use some pink and white down here under the mountain. See what happens. You might as well utilize these neon colors since that looks kind of cool. That looks really cool. That's the valley there. Like it's some pink in there. That's pretty cool. Let me make some hills in here real quick. I'll get the whole painting designed in here. And then I'll sneak the river around once I'm done. So I'm going to have a hill here and a hill here. I made some green. I'm going to use a green. It's like an army green here. Like a dark green. And I'll use, I was trying to make yellow ochre. But it wasn't working with these neon colors. So I'll just kind of make it green for now, and then I'll lighten it up once I'm done. Yeah, looking good. So I'll sneak the river back here and around these hills. It's looking pretty good. So down here, I'm going to use, I got to try and make brown. So brown is red and green, but it didn't, I did mix that. Let me try pink and green. See what, if that gets me a brownish color. No, it's more like gray. Uh, oh, orange. That's what it is. Orange and black. Then I'll get a brown. What was I thinking? I don't know what I was thinking, but there's my brown. Check it out. I made an orange and then just put a little black in it. And then you get this brownish color for dirt. And I'll have like a few hills in here like this. I'm going to try and go fast on this. This is just going to be an example for Peggy to look at and then tell me what she wants different on it. But it's looking pretty good for this is an 18 by 24. You can sometimes when you do larger paintings, it's easier because you get to use the large brush pretty much through the whole painting. I really like this. This is going to be water down here. So I'm going to run, I'll probably run my river from here down this way. Now from here, here, and then into here. I should do the mountain first. All right, let me get my knife. Let's get some snow up on that mountain. So I'm using Winsor & Newton white. Hopefully it ends up looking good. It's not my favorite white to use because the viscosity is kind of low. It's not as bright. You can already see it's not as bright as the Artist Loft. But that's all right. Maybe I don't want it to be too bright. Look at this mountain. I'm going to put those way in the back there. So I got a peak here coming across. You see that? And then I'll put this mountain in front here. Leave those gray back there. It looks like they're in the distance there already. I can go pretty quick on my mountains. If you're learning how to do mountains right now, just kind of watch what I'm doing, and then you'll pick it up. Okay, I'm just basically throwing the snow on the right side of the mountains right now and dragging it down into the valley here. Okay, that's all you got to do, and then spread it out. Don't pull your snow straight down. Spread it out and make the mountains look like they're wide, you know. And then for the shade side, just mix a little blue. Take a little blue and add a lot of white to it. Quite a bit of white. I'm using neon blue, so fluorescent blue. I want this to be a colorful painting because I'm using neon colors, so might as well make it bright. But these mountains always look cool with the shady side of the mountain. You just use a light blue over here. It's going to give the mountain dimension. Now it's up to you. You can leave the gray if you like it, but I always like to put, you know, another color up in here. And I don't always cover all the gray anyway. I'll leave a lot of the gray in there. Another trick is, you see how I ran this white here? You still got to put a little bit of shadow underneath that white. Just like this. It's going to create like a cliff there. Even here, it's the shadow part underneath all the white. A little bit of blue. And it's a knife. It's knife work. But I'm so used to it, probably making it look easy for you. But it takes a little practice to get this fast at it. So I'm going to try and leave some of those that gray behind it, so it looks like more mountains behind this one. Yeah, it kind of looks like an extra set of mountains back there, doesn't it? I just saw it just a while ago, so that's why I left it. And you just got to come up here and pull this blue down. I have other videos on my channel that shows you exactly how to do these mountains, so you can go watch those. this, it's just, I'm having fun. It's too early to go to bed, so I thought I'd do another landscape. This is looking pretty good. I can't believe those mountains. I just saw that my battery was low and it probably paused the whole, it probably paused everything. So I gotta get the charger in this thing. It's happened before. I lose about 10 minutes of my video and I don't realize it because I didn't look at the iPad. So hopefully the mountain got on there. I just did that whole mountain with the shade color and everything and the snow. Let me make sure this thing's charging. Yep, it says it's charging. Doesn't that look cool though? The mountains. Look at that. Look at those mountains. So I left that gray back there to make it look like there's more mountains behind it. Trying to straighten it out here. If you're new to the channel, I just added that mirror in recently. It's a new feature so I can get into the video actually so you can see who I am. Because for the last year, all you saw was my hand and the brush. But look at those mountains. That's enough work on them. I'm gonna soften up this bottom now. See where the blue is? I call that a hard edge. So you just take a wet brush and pull it down a little at the bottom of your blue and then lightly blend it. You could blend it down here. It's going to just soften it up and it makes it look a lot better. Just the bottom part. See where I'm pulling it down at the bottom? And then just blend it into the valley section here. And then you can lightly blend this lower portion of the mountain very lightly, just to make it look a little soft down here. Just like that. I see a hill right here. I see a hill here. So look at the terrain here. And I'm going to add some more stuff in there. So what I see, I kind of see maybe a hill coming back this way and one coming this way. So what I'll do, I'll grab some white, little white on my knife and just kind of put a hill in there, and we'll put one over here. Just like that. They'll end up looking like hills in a little bit. Now you can take a little bit of the blue that you just used for the mountains and add it underneath if you want to add a shadow. You can either scrape it in here like this, or you can pull it down like how I did on the mountains. But this is going to help it look like there's a ledge there or something. That's all I'm going to do because I want to try and get this done in less than an hour. So I'm not going to put too much work into this. It's just about the colors right now. So this is a pretty big sky. So I'm going to try a number 4 fan brush, which I haven't tried for my clouds. Let me give it a try. Plus I'm using Winsor Newton white, so it's not my favorite white, but let me run a cloud up this way real quick and see if this brush is going to actually work. It's kind of wet. Must have got gray in there somewhere. It looks like a little gray got into the white. But yeah, this is not the best paint. I'm kind of baffled why it's not white. It's like almost like an off-white. Let me oh yeah, there's black underneath it. Let me get rid of some of that. That's why it's turning like a grayish color. Let me rinse this brush off and grab some more white. It should be lighter now. Let's put one in up here. Yeah. See, it's a lot brighter now. I'll just have to re-hit those clouds with white once they dry. This is supposed to be an oil brush, but it's not really. I bought this at Dick Blick's, this brush. It's really flimsy. You can see it's not pulling the paint like my other brush was, the number 2. But I figured since this is a bigger painting, I needed a bigger brush to make bigger clouds, you know. Let's put a big round one up here. Just a big cloud right here at the top. Cool. Yeah, I'll have to wait till these dry and then I'll hit them with white again. And I want to put a cloud probably up in here at the top here. Tomorrow I'm off. I'm going to go buy some more brushes, fan brushes. The fan brushes I like They used to sell them at Michael's, but they don't sell them anymore. Uh, so I'll have to go to Dick Blick's tomorrow. I'm gonna try pink down here. Let me get. I can get my number 2 now. Unless it's dirty. No, it's clean. So I think we'll try some pink clouds down here in the yellow. That looks cool. Ba-da-ba. Very good. Very good. I don't know if you've ever seen a sunset uh, here in Seattle. It just happened not too long ago when we were getting all those forest fires. When the sun goes down, it puts a little pink on the bottom of these white clouds. So that's why I'm putting a little pink on the bottom here. I think these clouds here, I need to change the color of this to maybe blue. Let me get a light blue. Yeah, I think that'll look all right. I'm just kind of experimenting with this piece. Everything looks good except the I don't like this color or the blue. I'm going to try and redo it. I'm going to try and redo the blue to get rid of some of those lines in there. And I'm going to redo the purple because the purple doesn't look natural to me. That looks better. Let me fix that purple up a little. Not sure where this gray is coming from. Much better. See how the when it was wet, my brush, you can see my brush lines in there because the the viscosity of that paint is really low. So you got to come back in. You got to add more color on top. It's not the best paint in the world, but if you know how to, you know, if you come back and hit it again, you'll be okay. It'll cover all those little imperfections, okay? It's not that hard to do. To come back and hit the blue again and purple. All right, it's looking good. I wish I would have used the artist loft white now, because now I got to come back and I got to come back and hit all the tops because the viscosity of this color is really weak. So that's okay. You just got to come back and brighten up the top part again. If you want the clouds to look bright, you definitely, I'm going to hit these again with white. Maybe it'll help these clouds. These clouds, there was gray in it. That's why they're so dark. They're not as bright. But I'll fix that right now. Yeah, that looks a lot better. This color here is it's not even a good color. It's like a grayish color. There we go. Plus I'm using my the number 2 brush. It works a lot better than that number 4. All right, now we're getting somewhere. I really like that. me check the 40 minutes. I don't have my phone on. Ruben. Yeah, it. When I first did these two clouds, there was black on my brush and it mixed with the white, but well, it looks all right now. This paint I'm using is very cheap. It's this is the cheapest paint you can buy, right? It's I mean it's Artist Loft Neon Colors. Uh, Neon Violet. This is like the cheapest paint out there. Okay, Series 1. The viscosity is really low, but you could tell, you can see the brush strokes in here on the paint. You see it? But it's okay because I'm going to go over that again. But this mountain came out great though. Even with the cheap paint, because I mean I used the gray as an undertone and then the cheap white, and I mixed the white and blue to get the shadow color. So I mean it looks okay. If you could paint everything with this technique like a mountain, then everything would look okay. So I would need an underpaint for my cloud, and then light, and then I could add the shadows on the cloud. Could almost try that and see if it works. Let's see if that theory works, but it's probably going to make a really cool cloud here and the rest will look terrible. It might be a good idea. Do all the clouds in gray, let it dry, and then come back and hit it with white, and then it'll have some shadows in there, kind of like the mountain. I'll try that next time. We'll see if it works. Let me get my river in there. I want to bring that river from back here down and then bring it down here. So it's going to come from way back here, maybe up here. And then down here between these hills, and then it's going to shoot down here, and then it's going to come through these hills, and then I'm going to turn this into a river here. I'll just put it in blue for now. There we go. Cool river. I really like this look. You see how I just kind of threw it in? The river back there. you don't want to like make things look too perfect, you know, when you put that water in. Just lay it in there. It looks better when it's like that than perfectly straight. I guess I've learned to get sloppy. I've learned to get sloppy with my. So let me see if this is going to be really dark green. This is actually this green is actually phthalo green with a little bit of neon green in it, but I mean I did put a little black in it, but it let's put some green in the water here. I think it'll look cool. Yeah, that looks all right. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-da. I'm just gonna go with this green for now. Following this hill down here, the hill right here. I actually like that green for these bushes. You can put it on heavy and make it dark like this. It's kind of pretty cool. It's not bad color for bushes for this scene because I mean the colors, everything's bright. Let me try a tree over here with that and see what it looks like. I kind of want to have the tree up in the sky here. Yeah, pretty dark, but I can lighten it up a bit. It's working good because if you put it on heavy, you get a dark color, and if you put it on light, you get this. You get a lighter green color when you pull it out. It's almost working like I used to do the sap green like that. Sap green with black. You can put it on heavy or light. I'm going to put this one at an angle, coming back in at it. It's more like behind this tree. Let's just keep going because I think the more trees, the better. I like the darkness of that on the light light color. Now here I said I was going to put the the bushes here, and then run a few trees here from those bushes. But it's going to be a different type of tree. I come straight down the trunk and just press on the trunk and get wider at the bottom. It's a cool technique for these far away trees. Really simple to do. This is the number 2 brush. I really like it. Tomorrow I'll go to Dick Blick's and I'll probably buy 3 or 4 of them because this is the last one that I have that actually still works. All right, this is looking good. I'm going to run, let's run this hill down a little more. Wow. I'm really liking this, man. I almost want to put a dark cloud up here in the sky. There's just a lot of, if you notice on this painting what I did, I put the mountains lower. So I only had to deal with this much landscape down here. The cloud, the sky is looking good now. All the paint's drying, and you can see I put pink underneath the bottom. These clouds, I still don't like these clouds yet, but these came out good. Let's see who's on here. Ruben. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, your dad was born way back in the Depression, huh? Yeah, thank you, Anonymous. Anonymous lives. Right on. Yeah, this is all neon colors I'm using, Anonymous. It it came about. I did one on this 14 by 14. It's all neon colors, and one of the people liked it, and they want me to do a bigger one. This is an 18 by 24, so they commissioned a piece that's bigger from me. So what I'm doing, I'm practicing right now. Unless Ellie, her name is Ellie. If she likes this one, she can have this one. I don't care. I should put a reflection in here, but I think it looks okay without the reflection. This paint, I'm using a Winsor Newton white. It's really low. It's a really cheap paint. So it'll probably soak into that green and turn green. That's why I'm using it down here. It's just going to soak into the green and turn green. Let's highlight these trees. I'm kind of curious to see what it's going to look like highlighted. I really like this color of the tree I chose. It's phthalo green. It's phthalo green, but I actually put a little bit of the neon green in it because I wanted every color to have neon in it. And it has a little black in it as well. All right, let's put a little highlight on this big tree. This big one's going to be out front, so we'll highlight this one side of it first. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I could make it brighter, but I like the tone of that, not so bright. And let's do the other ones. This one's in the back, so you only got to do it down to here. This one's kind of, could put this one in front of that one there if we wanted. Whoops. I got my brushes. Just like putting a dress on here, because I'm not trying to make small branches. I think I got a bug in here, bug in my ear. And that look cool? You leave the one side kind of dark, and then it looks like shadows in there. I'm really digging this one for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm liking this one. I don't know why. Big. It's big, big sky. I think I really like the valley, even though it looks simple, but I like the way the water came down to the river here. Do do do. I'm just gonna highlight these with white because I mean they're they're just like sitting right here. I think it's the white's gonna soak into it. So I'm hoping. Do 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 do. I'm still singing Ringo songs. Let me get my other brush. I want to darken up the dirt here. Fix the dirt up here. Every time I see your face. I'm going to try and get rid of all these little lines in here now. Hopefully I don't mess it up. There we go. Where am I at? Hour and 7 minutes. Well, I really like this one. You know what I haven't done the last two paintings is put the birds in. That's my, I've been doing birds since I started this channel. I mean, the painting's not done yet, but I usually put a couple birds. Gotta clean this brush a little. Every time I see your face, it reminds me of the places we used to go. Do 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 do. I'm really digging this. I really like it. I like it. I like it. I kind of want to bring a light grass down, I think, all the way closer to the water. I just leave a little beach there. Yeah, that'll work. And then we'll add like some bushes going around there. see who's still on. Anybody, Kansas Catfish? Yep, yep, I have a lot of trees in there. I don't know if they're happy, but I'm off tomorrow. I don't have to work, so I started one earlier. I'm going to finish this one tomorrow. This was, it's a pretty cool scene. There's water back there. I got the trees going around. I have tree trunks in here. I'm going to finish the foreground tomorrow. If you want to come back and check that one out. That, I was already into it like an hour and a half, so I had to stop. So I said, I'll do that one, finish that one tomorrow. This one here, if you just joined in, Kansas Catfish. I went to college in Kansas. Right on. Uh, all this is neon colors, so that's why it looks a little different than a traditional landscape. It's all neon. Neon pink, neon yellow, neon purple, blue. Let's put some, I know this is boring probably to you guys, but I think I'm going to put like some actual flowers on this one. Which I never do since the foreground is pretty close here. Put some I'll put flowers on top of those here in a second. Some neon colors. It was too early to go to bed, so I decided, well, I'm going to do another painting. When I started this channel, I was using oil paint. You could go back and look at the paintings I did like a year ago. Then I switched to acrylic about 7 months ago. Because I've been trying to make acrylic, look like oil. And I'm doing a pretty good job, I think. A lot of people, when I sell these at the art store, they ask if it's oil or acrylic. They can't really tell until I tell them. So that's cool. All right, I think that's about, oh, let me put the flowers in real quick. I mean, since I have neon pink, I guess I should I'll put a little pink and then some white inside of it. so it's not so bright. And I got some blue. Let's try some blue flowers. And some purple. There we go. Some flowers. Some dandelions out there. Alright guys, that's about all I'm going to do. Let's see. Let me give you a front shot of it. So, wow, the canvas is so big I got to pull the camera way back into the next room almost. I think it came out pretty good for neon colors. Yep, I really like that one. I got to start putting log cabins in there somewhere, I'm thinking. Or bridges, like maybe a small bridge, like across the water here or something. Like they have a lot of those bridges, like in like North Korea or Japan. Just a little bridge to get across the river. I think that would look cool. I don't like to put anything man-made in there. That's why I don't do the the log cabins. But I used to put on my water scenes. I used to put sailboats, and none of them sold. Nobody wants a painting of someone else's sailboat, so I quit putting boats out on the water. So that's a good tip if you're an artist. And I'm in an area where people like boats, but they won't buy a painting with the boat in it. So I don't do paintings with boats in it anymore. I had some other tips to give you, but I forgot uh, as far as selling. But it'll probably come to me tomorrow. This one's really cool. Oh yeah, I just saw your $6 comment, Ruben. The thing is, this is cheap paint. This is the cheapest paint you can get that I just did this painting with. The paint is like, it's really cheap paint, but I think this painting looks pretty good for the quality of paint I was using. I had to go over the colors twice, but still, it came out pretty good. It's just when you buy cheap paint, the viscosity is really low. So if you use an undertone, that would help out. Because I started painting this with the white canvas, so it's next time I'll have to put a undertone underneath. It might solve the problem of that cheap paint, but I'll give it a try next time. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you on the next video, the next live. Let me put the dancing lights on here. There we go. I think this one's done. I don't think I have to do anything more to it. I kind of like the way it is, so have a good night, everybody.